on and let's get it, where we attack today's local or national hottest sports topics. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, and let's get after it.
Good morning and welcome to Let's Get It. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, along with my co-host and producer, Jason Bryce, and as always, co-host Marcus Bullock, coming to you on a beautiful Sunday morning. It's a little chilly out there today, but springtime has started to come around a little bit this week, but apparently, from what I understand, we're going to get hit with some more winter weather tomorrow, but we'll work through that. Yeah, it's going to be cold. No precipitation.
Okay. I mean, you made it sound like it's going to snow or something.
No.
There is a rumor out there that it's supposed to snow.
Yeah, if you look on your iPhone, the little snow icon is there, but
Right.
then next to it says like 48 degrees. So I just
That's
I
going
don't
to be
know how
tough to do. Okay.
No, yeah, I saw that. It was about a low of 24 and a high of 48. But I mean, look, after these last couple of days, which were in the 70s and beautiful, I was wearing the flip flops, suntan lotion, whole 9 yards.
That's you. That's you. You know what I mean? That's you. You can always depend on you. And the minute it gets just a little warmth, everything is like it's summertime for him. So.
I'm not the guy out. I did not have the flip flops and shorts on, but I did have.
Oh, I really thought you had.
No.
flip-flops and
I'm not
shit.
that guy where you're like,
Oh.
come on.
You had the windows down though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, windows down, windows up, windows open.
It's funny. I put the windows down. Like I get in the car, I'm like, you put the windows down, and then you start driving. You're like, oh no,
Down,
Oh, they start coming back up.
I did the down. I think everyone does that. Then you put it up and it gets warm and it goes back down, it goes back up.
It was nice enough to get the car washed. That's how.
You know what I meant? I meant to go get the car washed because
Wait, you had the windows down and you didn't have the car washed?
No.
Damn. Okay. You didn't have the special either, huh?
No.
I started running over to Route 41, right?
Yeah.
I said, no. Let me go to my people right around here.
Oh yeah, the corner spot.
Yeah. They're pretty good, man. They're pretty decent. Plus, you might see a famous play. I saw Markel Fultz there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
did he slip in the shoulder in there yet? No. Oh.
And Justin Anderson.
Okay.
Yeah. He had a hell of a car too. My goodness. Yeah. Yep.
I'm sure they did. You know what? Listen, I mean, you just drive around this area. I just went stopped. I stopped Panera Bread this morning. It was like a car show.
Really?
Yeah, people would think they're fresh, washed cars. There was a Maserati. There was a Corvette. What else was out there? There was an Audi. It was just. I was like, wow, this is impressive. And,
Oh yeah, man. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm telling you, that's why I tell you, warm weather brings at least the first step is to get the car washed.
Yes.
Finally, because I haven't washed mine all winter long.
No, there's no reason to with the salt and everything.
Yeah.
But with that said, once again, Coach, how are you this morning?
Man, all was good. It was a rough week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what. I think my season ended. I think all the things that I kind of like put on the back burner throughout the whole season just all came up at once, and it was just like I felt like I was just dodging punches all week long. And then, but we made it through. We survived, and we lived to fight another one.
Absolutely. I tell you, and again, I'm gonna let you. I apologize, but if was it just me? But I saw the video, and what a wonderful video you did, Randy. Okay, you know what I'm
There's a
saying?
button coming here.
No, it really is. I mean, I'm laughing because you said what did you say? Good evening or something like that. Like, no, wait a minute. Good morning or good afternoon. But but I'll be honest with you, real talk, and this is how engaged I am. When you said I saw the clip that said Sixers news latest injury, I was like, my heart started palpitating because I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't check to see what the results was. I was like, oh, is Randy about to drop the bomb?
Oh man.
But I'm glad that I'm saying it is what it is. So my bad though.
Well, the quick little jump on there. I mean, I'll tell you, everybody's heart the other night dropped when Embiid went down. I mean,
my goodness.
Because the things with him, it was like that just shows you, to me too, why you have to capitalize on the window of time with Embiid now.
That's a good point.
And I think a lot of people were saying that too. I'm not the only one that, because he went down. I thought of the worst. I was like, well, there goes the season.
I thought it was a dirty play, though. I don't know. Is it just me, or did he feel like? Did you see like the dude took his legs out a little bit? A little bit.
For me, I don't think it was dirty. I think it's just the way Embiid is. I feel like he falls no matter what.
Okay.
And I think that's one of those times where like him not knowing how to land and he's catching up to him.
Okay.
And that's the problem. I mean, now, thankfully he's going to be out 2-3 weeks. It's a bone bruise. But
okay with that.
I'm okay with it too. But at the same time, what this does now is Sixers won't get the number 1 seed. but I think the Nets will overtake them in these next couple of weeks.
They got a tough schedule.
You know, and I think so. That's going to be tough, you know, for them. I think that with the Embiid, they could have held off the Nets, but these 3 weeks. But it'll be interesting to see. Like, I mean, they have a first game tonight against the Spurs. You know, always a tough team. But this is Ben Simmons' time to shine.
Well, it's Ben Simmons. I mean, listen, we got to fast forward. I'm sorry, we got a throwback to Dwight Howard the other night, right?
Yeah.
Because he was doing this thing. I think if you can get the other scoring and Tobias can step up, and you can get like some wings or whatever, like maybe if Danny Green could hit some shots, you might be able to.
Tyrese Maxey.
Listen, did y'all? I was gonna get y'all one. Did y'all want one autograph?
No, I'm good.
You don't want no autograph Tyrese Maxey ball.
I'll use it to shoot outside.
Oh, you can use it outside. You want to keep it in the gym.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful. Oh man.
You know what worries me? I think more than anything about the injury. Obviously the injury, but him where he comes back, he's gonna be so out of shape.
Yeah, and his efficiency right now, like where he was at with his conditioning, I mean, he was better than where he's ever been in his whole career. I mean, he was able to play even, 32, 34 minutes a night, effectively. I mean, remember before it would be you get in that fourth quarter and Joe had nothing.
Right.
Now he was playing deep into even I'm thinking back to the overtime game a couple weeks ago when he was bringing it, at the top level performance. I just, like I said, I think you make a very good point with Dwight Howard that, if he can step up and give you what he's been giving you recently, I think he's re-energized. I know that, just hearing a lot from the players and reading a lot, like he's really embraced this role of the veteran leader and being that guy.
Yeah, I think he's been humbled. And you saw the results of what humility can do. I think that, you just see the last couple of years, I mean, he's just been serviceable as a backup. Even last year, I mean, I know Shaq poked fun of him, what I'm saying, and, him crying, and, you know what I'm saying? So, but I still like to see it, though. I liked it, what he was. So, I just like the player that he's become.
I agree. I think being around LeBron last year and that whole team and just the way that they it was all that mattered was we have to win a championship. That was all that mattered.
Yeah.
So, and I think he's brought that approach here. And like we talked about, I think the last show, he's still the fun, like goofy, like joking around guy. Yeah. But then the game starts.
And then it's all business, and that's okay for
and I'm cool with that.
And that's fine. I mean, I could tell you that we've all been on teams where like you had sometimes your best player was your goofiest player,
right?
But it was when everyone knew when it was game time.
Right. Time to lock in.
Time to lock in. Now I think, like you said, this also just now puts more pressure on Morey, I think, to make a move.
That's true.
And I think,
but I hope not a panic move.
Well, that's the thing.
Nah.
Not a panic move, but there's got to be something. I think so too. I mean, Tobias was talking the other day that he's, he got a chip on his shoulder now because he was hurt for not being an all-star.
Calm down, Toby. Calm down.
Yeah, you know what,
I get it though, but calm down.
I mean, it was. Look, he had a great first half, but it wasn't like he was the worst snub of all time. So
he had a great first half for him.
He did.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it makes it like it's not like you're not like a huge, like you said, not a huge snub in the All-Star game.
Right.
You just had a really good first half for you.
Calm down.
Yeah.
You're all right.
Yeah, and but like I said, like he's one of those guys. Like, did you see what I did? Like, a little bit of the.
Well, I guess being self-motivated or whatever. I guess that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I agree.
No, not at all. But like I said, I think that the biggest thing that it comes down to now is where does Simmons step up? Where does Toby step up? Where do you get that additional scoring from? I mean, because with Joel, you're looking at 25 to 30 points a game now. That's got to be made up for it. Like you said, that's where Danny Green's got to come in and step up. You got to get something out of Korkmaz. You got to get. Tybal the other night was hitting some shots, but I mean, I don't know if you can depend on that.
Korkmaz plays well against teams that are not well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those teams, like you know what I'm saying?
He's that guy who's he's got the pads, the stats. You bring these.
I call it bully syndrome.
I'm
gonna come out when I know we're gonna win no matter what I do. There's no pressure. I'm gonna beat up on him.
He's good. Yeah.
So it's interesting. So I'm gonna read you all some stats, and I'm gonna compare two players. Keep it down. I want you to see if you can, Mark.
No, you're hiding it very well.
Yeah, thank you.
I see how you were in school.
Oh no, in school I would be like this because I was usually the guy trying to lean over looking at somebody else's paper. And the thing was, I was like a lefty. People think I was like blocking my paper, but I wasn't. It was just I had the lefty lean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like the worst to sit next to if you were trying to cheat on him.
Wait, what? You don't shoot lefty though?
No.
Maybe I should.
Maybe
you should.
Maybe I should. Listen, it was funny because the other day I was out throwing with the baseball a little bit, and my buddy, I went like this. And he's like, "How did you just throw the ball like that?" What do you mean? He said, "You threw that ball better left-handed than you did right-handed."
That might have been the problem.
It might be the whole time. And listen, I mean, I can switch it. I mean, like I said, I can switch it.
Oh, really?
So we'll see. I probably feel like the whole time I should have been doing everything left-handed.
You know, we might need to broadcast from one of your games.
Oh well, no, we don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like we highlight a Randy moment or something.
Oh,
you know?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
You guys find a field yet?
Not yet.
Oh man.
I mean,
So
we're gonna be. But it's funny because we were traveling like on the road, and the guy that runs my team, and I know running a team, and if you're out here watching, I know you want, it's fine. He's like, oh, we need part of your dues for the team is the field payment. Why am I giving you field money if you don't have it? They were like, well,
There's no field yet.
Rand. They were like, well, we gotta help out the other team. I said, why do we have to help out? They already have that field.
Right.
They were like, Rand, can we just give us the money? I was like, well, you know me, I like to track every dollar where it goes. And I was like, why do we have to have a field payment? But they were like,
are you able to play on the road the whole time, or you?
Yeah, because most of the teams have, all teams have a field.
Okay.
We're still working on it.
You want to have a field where it's your time slot.
Yeah, well,
right.
We want to have like our home.
Yeah. You don't want to just go to a field and be like, unless I got it first. Because you could do that.
Well, that's now.
Hey, listen, we playing over here.
Now, as you guys know,
what else you supposed to do? You know,
I mean, as you guys know, though, you have to have the field permits. You got to have everything.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, what kind of field do you want? You want your time slotted field.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we don't even need, anything.
But you do like here, like these parks or whatever. Like, what's that?
Field right down there.
No, I mean that's
what I said. I go down there and wait for you for a little bit till y'all come.
No, that's not. We need something a little more put together. I mean, some of these fields that we play on, they're
really good.
Yeah, some of them are good, some of them are not. I mean, some of them I don't understand the architecture of some of these fields. Like if you ever see them, like not even just that,
like
but the
rectangles.
outfield. There's one field we always played on. It was like the left field line was like 400 feet. Wow. Center field was like 280. Yeah. I was like, how did you come up with these dimensions? Yeah. But let me go back to these. I'm gonna put two players, and I want you to think if you can tell them who. So the first player threw 248 games in their career. First player's got 420 steals, 4,000 points, 1,900 assists, 2,000 rebounds, 31 triple doubles. Okay? Comes down to 16, 8, and 8. That's the average. Second player has 246 steals, 3,000 points, 757 assists, 1,500 rebounds, and 5 triple doubles. Averages to 12, 3, and 6. Any guesses on the two comparisons?
Well, the first one is Ben Simmons.
Yes. Right. Yes.
And then the second
one.
Did
you say 12, 3, and 6?
Yeah, that's what it averages out to.
They both in the sixes?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. See. Key question.
And
wait,
one
is the 12, 3, and 6 one? How many games was that?
That's through 250 games.
Wow.
And this is a player who has won an MVP award.
Iguodala?
No.
Oh.
No, not 5. We're talking about a regular season MVP.
250 games. They were at 12, 3, and 6.
Yes.
And you want an MVP?
Yes.
That could be. I could see that being Giannis.
That's who it is.
He didn't really come on the scene until after a few years of being in the league.
That's who it is. It was just interesting when I pulled that up yesterday. I was like, wow, because you look at like Simmons and you look at Giannis, and I feel like a lot of people would take Giannis over Simmons. If you ask 10 people, I feel like
I wouldn't. Right, you just asked 2 right now, so okay. I wouldn't. I think Giannis is overrated.
Well, I think he's overrated too.
I think he is.
But I think there's I still think there's people out there that would take Giannis over Simmons, or if you put those numbers up, they would never guess that was Giannis.
Well, and I think that goes to show how numbers can be manipulated to make them say whatever you want. And what I mean by that is Simmons came in as the number 1 pick with all of these, he's the next LeBron, he's the next this, he's the next that. So all this hype behind him. Whereas Giannis, Giannis could have played in the league this whole time. If he would have kept those numbers, nobody would have thought anything of it. Oh, he's just a guy in the NBA.
Right.
So I think there's just the two expectations and where they started at. Where Giannis was a nothing when he came into the league. Now, I mean, he obviously made himself, a pretty big deal.
He's okay to me. I mean, do I see him as a superstar? I don't know. But the league has him as a superstar. I just don't. To me, a superstar is you are unguardable. You cannot be checked. Your man, I don't care who they throw at you. Your man could try to contain you, and he may contain you a little bit. Let's say you averaging 30. You're not getting 30. You're getting 22, 25. You know what I'm saying? That's good defense on somebody. To me, that's a superstar. AI was a superstar. He wasn't really checking him like that. You might slow him down a little bit, but you couldn't check him. I feel like you can check Giannis. To me, I even feel you could check Ben Simmons. I don't think you. I'm starting to believe that you can't check Embiid.
You can't. I think Embiid's unguardable.
I think Embiid's unguardable. You know what I'm saying? I think LeBron is unguardable. Yeah. You can contain him, but you're not checking him. You know what I'm saying? So that's where. And Paul George, he could be checked.
For sure.
He could be checked. I mean, and now I think even, dare I say, I think Russell Westbrook is starting to come down because he's getting older.
He's on the decline.
Because he's getting older.
Well, I always thought with Russ too, he just went so hard every night for so long that you knew his decline was just going to be a quick one.
Yeah. Well, he's having second thoughts now, because his body probably still moves fast, but his mind is moving fast. He's like, you know what? I better not be doing all this. Because now, I'm getting older now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like you said, it's just, it's I look at it like that. I look at, right now with the Sixers, I don't know. I mean, everyone says now that, Brooklyn is, way ahead of the Sixers after that move.
They're very scary.
I mean, they are. I mean, I just, I still worry about the Sixers come playoff time. And people are all worried about, when they get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I don't even think that's a surefire thing for them to get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just big on matchups, and I think all the whole NBA is. I think it's just going to come down to who they get. In that, I think they'll be fine the first round, whoever that is.
Yeah.
I think whoever they get in that second round, and the only team that I think in that second round, that's not the only. I think Milwaukee and Boston both not scare me, but I would be like, all right, we gotta come to play this series.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Boston's that team for me that
Milwaukee, I think Milwaukee for me they're due. They've had 2 bad performances in the playoffs. It's at some point either they're gonna get over the hump or they're not. But at some point it's gotta happen. So I mean I guess that's what worries me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm scared of. Well, you know what? Brooklyn is coming along. I'll be honest with you. And I also will say that I'm excited about seeing maybe a Brooklyn and New York Knicks matchup.
First round?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think that would be interesting. But I think
that'd be good for basketball.
Yeah, I even think if Philly even gets to the second or third seed, I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point, it's the second round and further where you're going to really have to be tested. So if you need to get Embiid back and then get him in some sort of shape, probably towards the end of the season, right? And then, because when the playoffs start, May now?
I believe.
Yeah, it's end of May, yeah.
Right, so
because yesterday I saw someone said, I'm glad this happened on
now,
March 15th.
Right, so you still got some time to rehab them, bring them, because you already know you're going to make the playoffs. So now it's about seeding. And regardless of the fact, it's the second and third round that you're going to really have to, really, be in a flow.
Yeah.
And does home court advantage still matter right now?
Well, the thing is, they're starting to bring fans back in. So
you going to the game? Yeah, right.
You know what? I don't know. I feel like right now, like I said, I was fortunate enough to get the vaccination. I feel like if someone offered me a ticket to like a Sixers playoff game, I would go. Like I said, I would just take my my precautions. I don't think I'd be having beers. I don't think I'd be doing that. But at the same time, I don't know.
You say you don't think, or you know you won't be having.
I probably would. I mean, I've gone out to dinner recently, so I mean, what's the difference?
Hello.
But the band, yeah, man, I think I would go.
Yeah.
But I mean, ticket prices are through the roof anyway.
Are they?
Yeah, I mean, for everything. Even just my Phillies finally put the tickets out.
How much?
They're expensive. They're very expensive.
Right.
I mean, normal $40 tickets were going for like 110.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. See.
Weeding out the little man like me.
Right. See, it's all good. So did you buy some or no?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm excited though.
Are you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll get that. We'll get into that. I mean, but just transitioning over to like in the NBA. I was listening today. People were talking about the Jazz and the Warriors play tonight. They were talking about some other games on the docket, and like everyone is just so high on the Jazz. And what I am high on the Jazz. I like them. I think that everyone says, oh no, that like they're going to lose first round. Like I have a buddy of mine who was like, Jazz suck. Jazz are nobodies. Jazz won't win anything. I don't know.
I'm with your buddy.
What?
I'm with your buddy.
Okay, that's fine. And
they're not winning nothing.
Okay, so where do you see their ceiling right now?
I see the ceiling right where it's at.
Well, right now, I mean, people look at them. They got the top seed in the Western Conference. I don't believe they're the best team in the
They're
Western
the Milwaukee Bucks of the West.
Oh, okay.
That's a good comparison. And I think what's going to really hurt them is with Anthony Davis being out, the Lakers are going to continue to lose and end up probably right around the 4th seed.
Right.
And have to play the Lakers in the second round.
Yeah, that's true.
And that'll be the end.
That'll be the end.
Like I said,
it'll be done.
I was just always trying, playing that devil's advocate of like, where do you see the team at? But my buddy was like, no, they suck. I'm gonna have to go back to him and tell him the Milwaukee Bucks of the West.
Yeah, I mean, they don't suck. They have the best record in the league, but I think there's some teams, the Milwaukee Bucks, that are just built for the regular season.
Right.
They're just built to withstand everything. They're a team that didn't have a lot of turnover from last year, so this shortened preseason didn't hurt them.
Right.
So all that kind of thing. Same coach coming back. Everything's the same. They didn't bring in any big new pieces.
Right.
So I think that they're benefiting from that. They have guys, Mike Conley, even Gobert. Even I don't understand how Gobert gets all this recognition as the best defensive player when everybody scored 40 on him.
Right. Right.
But I don't think Donovan Mitchell is the guy. Like I don't think he's a guy that can win you a championship.
Well, also the day, when he had that little incident the other day where he went off and got.
You mean he had a temper tantrum?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Thank you. I don't know why.
Tantrum.
That was the word I was looking for. That was exactly what I look at him like, what's going to happen come like playoff time or come clutch time if you're mad about this now?
Yeah, you're worried about Embiid getting calls. What's going to happen when you play LeBron?
Right, because he's going to get more calls.
Right. Yeah, I mean, first of all, not just LeBron. LeBron will get the calls. AD will get the calls.
Yeah. I think that Utah is kind of like like Toronto, right? I used to hold them in the same regard like I did Milwaukee and Utah. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Sam Mitchell, they win something, but he's not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But then you got a superstar who got you over the hump. So that to me is what Utah, and that to me is even what Milwaukee's missing. It's a superstar that's going to get you over the hump. Giannis is not doing it. You see what Giannis is, and that is what it is, okay? And Mike Conley wasn't there last year, right? This is his first year there?
No, he got traded mid-season last year.
Okay. Yeah.
He played in the bubble with them and all that.
He did play in the bubble,
Yeah.
okay. So, I don't see it. And Gobert he's okay. Like, I don't know, he's an all-star, of course, you know what I'm saying? That's more, in line with his height more than his skill. I think if he was
like when you're that big, you should be.
You have to be.
Yes.
And you're decent as a big man.
Yeah.
So the category is smaller, you know what I'm saying? But no, he's not like, he's gonna get sunned. You know what I'm saying? By especially Davis and anybody else that is serviceable. What's with Joker? Joker's going to sun him. You know what I'm saying? The only one that won't sun him is a LaMarcus Aldridge.
I'm glad you brought that up. Speaking of Joker, now the fact that Embiid is out, You think it takes him out of the MVP race, or do you think it helps his MVP credibility even more?
I think it depends on how much time he misses.
Okay.
Like he misses from now until the end of the regular season. Like,
do you think he can miss the next? Like you say, if he misses, he's going to miss at least the next 2 weeks. Do you think he can still win the MVP with this time missed?
So I saw if he I put it at 14 days he was gonna miss. If he misses 14 days, that's 8 games. If he can come back after that and play at still that high level, I think he can still be in the race. I think if it goes into 3 weeks, or if he comes back and takes the time to kind of get back on track, then I think it's over.
I think it's the same. I think I agree with that. I think it's the injury seems the same. Like he had the same similar fall, right? Recently, a while ago. It might have been a little harder.
Well, I mean, he's always
earlier.
He's always
in the year, right?
He had the one where he landed on his back.
On his back, right? I thought he had one where he landed awkwardly on his knee too, but he came right back. Came right back in the game. But that so I'm gonna say it was in Atlanta, but I could be wrong. But at the end of the day, listen, I think he's fine. I think he could play like a week. I think they're probably just resting it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's no MR, no structural damage, no nothing. So it really is just what? Rest.
And at the end of the day, nobody cared. Yeah, of course, he would love to win MVP. Sixers fans would love to say we have the MVP, but that's not the ultimate goal. I mean, if Joel won the MVP and the Sixers happen to lose in the second round, it's a failure of a season. Right, so it doesn't matter.
I know Morey needs to get that other piece, so even like a PJ Tucker or whatever. You know, now if you try to get Levine or you try to get any of those stars, they're gonna do like this that everybody's doing with the ticket prices. They're gonna hype it up. They know you need
him now.
You need something. So, you know, I just think that you get like maybe I definitely don't see. I mean, what do y'all think about LaMarcus Aldridge? I never liked this game. I liked him in Portland, maybe. I never liked him. Even in Portland, I thought he was kind of soft. He's a little softy to me.
Yeah, and I don't think he would fit here. Yeah. For what we would need a backup big that's a little, like you're saying, a little tougher.
Right.
That can scrap a little bit more, rebounder, that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Now he can score. Like he can hit the mid-range jump shot. He's always been able to do that. But I don't for a stretch run where we're going to be playing against Brooklyn and guys like I don't want him.
Yeah, I don't want him either. Unless you get him for Archie Bradley prices.
Oh my goodness! Listen, I want you to know. First of all, Archie Bradley has had 3 appearances in spring training, has yet to give up a run. Just want to throw that out there.
With the Pawtucket Dragons? Like, who's he playing? He's playing a little minor league team with his babies here, man.
I'm just letting you know, Archie is coming for you, Jenny. And I've been reaching out to him. I want to get him on the show.
I believe you have. Archie's gone.
So, like I always say, you can only in baseball, you can only pitch to whoever's in front of you.
And that's true. That's true. But it is funny. I do laugh because spring training is people will be like, oh, he's hitting 105 in spring training, and then it's like, no, that doesn't matter. Because there's guys that hit 500 in spring training that no, it's not at all. But baseball season's coming. I'm excited for it. Any final thoughts on the Sixers before we head to break?
I just wanted to, you gotta just don't, I'm okay with whatever games Embiid's out, at least go 500. That's all. I just want to see. Yeah. This is the time where you can develop the supporting cast. You know what you have over here. Ben, you gotta, Ben's gonna step up. You know what I'm saying? But the supporting cast has to step up. If they can come together as the supporting cast, get Danny Green, help him find his jump shot again. Maybe Tyrese Maxey. I know you guys, don't really care for him like that. You know what I'm saying? But if he could do something now. I think he has an opportunity.
Well, I think that too. This is where you need to get that max player out of Tobias. This is where
that's not happening. I mean, that's not happening. And I'm always support Tobias from Long Island, but that's not happening. He is.
I don't hear a whole lot of support.
No, it's 20 points a game right now, right?
Yeah, but that needs to go up to about 25, 27 a night. That's not. I know it's not, but that's what needs to happen.
No, that's when he starts to play him. See, I don't want Tobias to play outside himself. I just want do what you do well, and I can at least depend on that. Because when you start playing outside yourself, then it's like you actually threaten and mess up what you do well now. You know what I'm saying? So
like Archie Bradley thinks he's Mariano Rivera.
There you go.
Exactly.
Or maybe even the fan thinking that he's Mario and he's really more like Benitez.
Oh, Armando. Oh, man. I used to love when he came in the game.
Oh, yeah, because you knew he was getting hits.
I know, especially.
You knew he had hits. We used to love him too.
It's been Pat Burrow against Armando Benitez.
Yeah, oh, we loved it too.
We did. Marcus, any final thoughts on the Sixers?
Just interested to see what they're going to do with the trade deadline. I mean, I think they're going to be active. I think they're going to make a move, and I don't think they're going to do anything huge. Like I don't think Zach LaVine's going to happen or anything like that. But I think like a PJ Tucker or somebody that just adds a little bit of defense, toughness, and shooting. You know, hopefully that's what they can pull off.
I tell you though, I have to shout out the New York Knicks, man.
Yeah.
They're balling. I want to see the Knicks versus Brooklyn in the playoffs. And I would go with the Knicks. I don't know why. I just feel, I'm going to tell you.
If you want to bet on that.
It's not the NCAA tournament.
No. Shout out Pat Ewing, right?
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Oh, all right, Ewing.
We'll get into that.
But, I would though. Because listen, I just feel like Brooklyn is set up for failure, man. I just feel like it. I don't know. You think they're going to win the title?
No. I don't know. They're still not healthy, and they're still beating everybody.
And that's it. People are talking about how, waiting on Durant. See where he's at, But, yeah, I know. We'll see. All right. Well, we'll get into some Sixers talk a little later more. We will get to a quick commercial break. When we come on back, we're going to have Eastern High School girls basketball coach Kristen Przybylski joining us. We'll be right back after this.